Try to make it go the right way. It's orientation is not. It's like every time I've set it to be the right way up, and it goes the wrong way up. So what's happening? Rotate back. What? Why have you done this to me? Right, there I am. Hello, I am. It just keeps. It says orientation was wrong, but it's not wrong. It's right. Happy Sunday to you too. It's just very much. What I've had to turn it around, and I didn't need to turn it around. It's live chat. So yes. So Aravingo, happy Sunday. Happy joy. It's been a long old week, hasn't it? Whoa, that's a nice chord that my body has to hit. Just see, you can't see the keyboard. The keyboard is here. Right, well, that's got off to a stunning start, hasn't it? A stunning start where you can't tell what's going on, and I'm all over the place. So what's new there? Anyway, it's been a long week. Lots of things have happened in this week. Lots of things that you'd really rather not happen. Can you name them? So can I. Let's not go there. It's been a bit of a bugger of a week for many reasons, but I'm here and you're here, so let's get on with it. That's called a comfy piano, a co-piano. I don't know what that means. It's not usually the one. Yes, so my weather forecast said that I was gonna freeze. Yes, I am. I'm gonna freeze. It's definitely gonna freeze. But it's gonna snow for several days now, and it hasn't. But there's a snowman that somebody built in the park opposite that is still a little bit there. It's still got a torso, a dirty torso, but no head and no arms and no legs. It didn't have anyway. It was just a torso, and it's been there the whole week, even though all the snow has melted. It's a bit depressing, really. You go out, you go, whoa, that's still there, but it's frozen, but it's not freezing. It's frozen, but it's not freezing. But it's very cold. But there isn't any snow, except for the torso of the snowman. It's a depressing sight. I don't know where I'm going with this, really. Did you know that Bo Burnham had disappeared 2 years ago? I didn't, because he was constantly for a long time on that app that's going to be disappearing from America this week. And I was just scrolling 2 minutes ago, and he's appeared again with a big beard, but he's not called Bo Burnham anymore. He's called Robert Burnham. And I'm like, who's that? Do I know him? I didn't really know who he was anyway. And I was like, what the? Because he did a joke about how he used to do comedy in front of people. And I'm like, what's going on? Anyway, he's back just in time for that app to disappear. So maybe he'll come back next year. But now he's here, being someone different. Someone that's not Bo Burnham. But who is now? Is it me? Am I Bo Burnham now? With these amazing songs that I'm making up? I very much doubt it. I'm just doing random chords. I'm not going to win any awards. But neither is Robbie Williams, because he did a song that sounds like something else that used to exist. Somebody called Jimmy somebody that wrote a song that sounds like his. So he's not going to win any awards either. But he's a better man than I am. Even an ape. A giant ape. Yes, I don't know what to do in terms of songies this week because the things that's happened in the news, they don't seem to lend themselves to silly songs. Really, it's all a little bit like, oh, shock, horror. What's going on? Ah. So yeah, but certainly the ban of the app. That's not this one. Which will probably drive people here. So it's like, oh, but it's just America. So it's going to be everywhere else. So that's interesting to know what's going to happen. Because, I mean, I've made a few videos lately that haven't been dissing Americans. I don't dislike Americans. I like Americans. But there are a few people on the other app that have to make things about how, oh, British people don't have top sheets. Yes, we do. Oh, British people don't have dryers. They have washing machines in the kitchen. And they make toast. And they have kettles. And it's like, what are you talking about? And also, a lot of American people who come to Britain and then go, oh, I can't buy this. There's some woman that had moved to Britain and she was like, I've run out of everything but the bagel seasoning. Do you know where I can get this from? It's like, yes, look it up on the internet. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, look, £2.99. I've got it. It's like, there's very little that you can't get in Britain if you just look there. It's like, I can't get it. It doesn't exist. It's like, yes, it does. If you want a top sheet, buy a top sheet. If you want a bagel and everything but the bagel seasoning, get it. There's one thing, and I've said this before. There is literally one thing that you cannot get in Britain that you can get in America, and that is Bacos, Betty Crocker Bacos, bacon bits, because they used to have them, and I used to eat them on everything. And then one day I went into the supermarket and were like, where are they? And they went looking in the back. They're not here anymore because the EU has banned them because they've got GMO soya in them, which was very disappointing. I'm like, I don't care. I want my Bacos. It's the only thing that I eat. I eat it on everything. And it was a topic of much ribaldry with a lot of my friends were like, why do you put these on everything? It's like, because they're delicious. And I don't care what they're made of. Give them back to me. They might have like possibly beetles as red food colouring, but I don't think is banned in a lot of things. Cochineal. The thing is about cochineal is I'm used to cochineal. It's got a very bitter taste. It's made from crushed up beetles. But my grandmother, who was a master baker and decorator, you got to say that carefully. She used to make big wedding cakes that were rock hard. The icing was just like and the inside was very dense and very, she used to put gravy browning them, very black, very dark cakes that tasted very bitter from the gravy browning. And also the cochineal, she used to use cochineal to flavour things, and it's got a very bitter taste. Maybe that's the taste of my childhood. Like Betty Crocker Bacos taste like Beatles. Not the Beatles, just Beatles. So, have I got anyone else here apart from Arafingal? Hello, let's see, live chat. No, just you. What a great thing to go for a t-shirt. So, I can't read food. What am I talking about? I'm just... look at these. I got these from Tesco that cost me £1. But because I've got contact lenses that... I got the cheap ones. They're supposed to be astigmatism ones, but I got the cheap ones that aren't. So now I can't read things. I can't read things unless I take my contact lenses out. And that's not good because then I can't see anything else. It's very disheartening. What a great thing. Oh, yeah. Dirty torso. That's it. Ah! Yes. Back to the snowman. Yes, the snowman. Oh, he's not walking in the air. He's just a dirty torso. In the yard across the road. He's not walking in the air. He's just looking like a staring sort of crime scene. I don't know why he's there still. He's just there. And it's very disturbing. Very disturbing indeed. Very disturbing. He's not walking in the air. He's in the field. Oh my my goodness. What will that yield? Just a nightmare scenario. A nightmare for everyone. Yes, I'm just messing about now for no good reason. I've lost the plot. I didn't have the plot. So yes, it's a bit of a depressing situation all around the world. Everywhere something bad is happening in various different ways. What's happening in your neighborhood that's depressing and so bad that you're like, oh, why am I bothering anymore so much? But yeah, the trouble is, a lot of people, reservoir. Reason is overrated, that's right, not reservoirs. I was just thinking about a reservoir. There's a reservoir in California that's all dried up. And everybody's talking about the smelts. If you smelt it, you dealt it. And there's one person talking about the very smelly, apparently. He smelled it, he dealt it, he dealt the smelt. He is the one, the chosen one, that will be in power before too long, allegedly. But I can't say for sure, can you? No. Yeah, anyway, yeah, so it's all a little bit like, what? It's like, can you carry on going on? It's just like, woo! All the Christmas tree decorations came down last week. They're all gone. They were gone. Last time I did, they were gone by the 5th. I took them all down, la la la, put them in a box, put them in the attic. Gone for another year, apart from one Christmas decoration that my mother wouldn't let me put up even. I had it up very briefly and she made me take it down. This was the Christmas decoration that I put up before any of the others. There was this and a little card with a robin on it, and I put them and I was like na 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 na, and she made me take it down. She said it wasn't a Christmas decoration, that I was being silly. But I wasn't being silly. I wasn't being silly. That is the greatest Christmas decoration of them all. Scary. It's a bit scary. But it's the greatest Christmas decoration of them all. Gremlins. Look, you can move it about. It's great. It's great. La 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 la. La la. Yes. For some reason now I've got the theme to Poltergeist in my head. I can't recreate it, but I've got it in my head. Yes. You know the one. The one with the spooky voices, and there's a penultimate scene where everything's come to light, and the reason for the poltergeist is, and there's more than they ever thought, and they start walking down the stairs. They're walking down the stairs. The poltergeist are walking down the stairs. And then there's the la 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 la, that music. La 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 la. No, it goes like that. Anyway, I can't do it on the. Anyway, it's very spooky, and it was in my head, and then it popped out of my head just unexpectedly. Yes, so yeah, we didn't have snow, but it keeps saying on the weather that we're going to have more snow. So that poor snowman, oh, maybe the snowman will get a friend, a bride of snowman. Yes, and well, at the moment it is just a lump, really, a lump with dirt all over it. It was dirty when they made it. It just had grime all covered on it. It wasn't just like soil. It looked like it had ash on it, it was like, oh, that doesn't bode well for the environment, does it? So yeah, it is what it is. A snowman, a snowman, a snowman, a snowman. Ah, yes. And there was several families that were sledding. Yes, filth, exactly. Sledding. This is it. Another differences between Americans and British people. British people say sledging, and Americans say sledding. It's like, no, say tobogganing. Ha ha ha. And that's another one. Somebody said, what's this hat? And they had a beanie hat on. They're like, there's lots of different words to say the hat. I call it toboggan hat. It's like, do you? I know a toque in Canada, which I met a Canadian person from wherever it is the Corner Gas is filmed. She was going, do you know where Corner Gas is filmed? Do you know about Corner Gas? I'm like, I vaguely know about Corner Gas. She's like, it's very famous, and that's where I'm from, the place where Corner Gas is from. It's like, oh, that's lovely. Vaguely know what you're talking about. Well done. But she said that she was wearing a toque, and I'm like, what? And it was a hat. It was just a beanie hat. So there's lots of different names for lots of different things, and it's just like, yes, and yeah, oh, that's good. Oh, but that's not what I call it. It's like, well, that's what I call it, and that's the name for it. It's like, well, that's not what I call it. But I take your word for it that that's what you call it. That's what it is. There's lots of different things, like buns that you like cobs, barms, the bread rolls. There's other words for bread rolls. It's just like, and also, the scones or scones that British people have are not exactly like the biscuits that American people have, but they're in the same ballpark. A biscuit in America is nearly a scone, only with more baking powder, really. More airy, slightly more dense scone. Or is it more airy? I don't know. It's a more... Yeah, can it be airy and dense at the same time? Well, I don't know. Yes. And not a biscuit, not a ship's biscuit or a British cookie biscuit. Biscuit that's not a cookie. See, because we call cookies, it's a very specific type of biscuits that are cookies, but you call all biscuits cookies. Like and that's the thing though, right? Specific biscuits are called cookies, but we call any pudding a pudding. A pudding is whatever you want it to be. I think it's based on the French boudin, which is the blood sausage, I think. So your pudding that is like chocolate and sweet and lovely, like Adam Sandler in whatever that was, Love, that thing that he had, the serious one. I can't remember what it's called. Something love, love. There's a love in it. Anyway, he had a load of pudding that he had, and then he ate it all, and then he had a load of flights, and he went around for the flights, and also in the other one, the thing that had that guy from The Thing and the other guy from The Thing, and they had pudding. They had a lifetime supply of pudding. Dude, where's my car? That's it. Dude, where's my pudding? Haha. Anyway, so that sort of pudding is like a pudding cup, which is not the same thing at all. So yes, but I understand that you have that, and you should understand that we have other things, and everyone should be happy that the world is full of variety and diversity. But a lot of people do not like variety and diversity for some reason. I love it. I like the fact that we all have different words for things and different experiences, and there are all sorts of things going on. Other people go, no, only the thing that I know about, that I say, that I do, that I am, that I look like, that I, only that exists. Well, I'm sorry. I like things too. Yes, things are great. Things are great. Let's Let's have an anthem to things. Things! I haven't turned it on. It's run out of power. No, it hasn't. Yes, it has. I've run out of power. It's gone. I've had a good go with this, really. It's run out of power. I charged it about a year ago and it's taken that long. So pick up my out of tune guitar. Now this is going to be completely out of tune. So we'll go. Things. 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 Everybody. Things. I like things that are thingy. I like things that are big. I like things that are small. I like things. I like wigs. I like things. Things that are everywhere. Things that are yours. Things that are mine. I like the things that people like. I like the things that people don't like. I like things that fly in the air. I like things that live in the ground. I like things that go into space. I like things that eat your face. I like all sorts of things. I like things. I like things. I like all sorts of things. I like snowmen that are torsos. I like smell even more so's. I like water, I like fire, but not as much obviously because it's not very nice and it does things, and so does water and so does ice. In fact, none of it's very nice in the wrong context, but it's good in the right context. But everything is terrible, but everything is good, and everything is great, and everything is wood, and everything is fire, and ice, and water, and air, and sky, and everything is horrible until it's great, and everything, oh, everything is worth it if you wait. It's worth it if you wait. I don't know about this though, really, and I wish that I tuned this guitar. I like this guitar, but I should probably learn to play this guitar. I should definitely learn to play some sort of instrument today, and if not today, then tomorrow. Tomorrow's far away, but I'm gonna go. I like people that are straight, I like people that are gay, I like people that are bisexual, I like people that are transgender, I like people that are not, I like people that have spots, I like people that have hair, and people that are bald, and people that have legs, and people that don't have any legs, people that have green skin, and people that have any sorts of skin, and people that don't have any skin, and people that haven't had skin for ages. I like people that are alive, I like people that are dead, I like people that have... I've lost the plot this time. I like people that rhyme, I like people that don't rhyme. I like people, except for the people that I don't like. I like them too. I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know why I bothered. Anyway, I've got a sore thumb now. I saw shiny happy people, exactly. Shiny happy, la 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 la. Anyway, oof. Yes, my hands are now covered in blisters, and that's the reason that I turned to the keyboard in the first place. Now I come to think of it, I can't play either instrument, but you don't get as many calluses on your hands if you play the keyboard. La 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 la. But do I know more chords on the guitar? Possibly. Anyway, so this is a day That's what John Lennon said. Yes. Hello, Terry. Hello. Yes, shiny. Yes, shine. John Lennon said, "Shiny, happy people." Yes, he did. Imagine all the shiny, happy people. That's what he said. Imagine them. They live in the love shack. That's what he said. Definitely. Yeah, of course. Anyway, so this has been a day, hasn't it? This has been a very definitely a day and a week and a month and a year, even though it's only 11, 12 days. Yes, I've got blisters on my fingers. Yes, John Lennon said that, did he? Oh, okay. I think he did, you're right. And he said imagine, and he said, oh, Yoko. He said that, and he said lots of things. He said, stuff. He said, Lucy in the sky with diamonds. He said it like that. Yeah, and he said, oh, something about Jesus that everybody got in trouble for. Oh, I shouldn't even mention that because I'll get in trouble too because it's all gone a little bit medieval in the world, hasn't it? Not that there was anything wrong with the medieval times apart from the bits that were. Medieval times went for quite a long time. Yes, early medieval is like 400 and late medieval is like 1600. Is that even medieval anymore? Possibly not. Medieval was long, is my point. Long! And we're coming back to it in many ways. As long as we don't have rats taking over the world and terrible diseases and oh no, maybe we do, yes. There's all sorts of, it's circular, it's very circularly. Things come around, what goes round comes around. What rounds goes, comes round, goes round. This too shall pass, and all that jazz. Yeah, so yes, next week it shall be another week. But this week, it is this week. And so we shall say, with all certainty, this has been a week, this has been a week, this has definitely been a week. 7 days is a week, unless it's 8 days a week, which also the Beatles said. And also, most cultures have 8 nights and not 7, like oithnos, ottos. Lots of things have 7 days but 8 nights. And that's right. It definitely is. Somebody pointed out that ladybirds, or ladybugs if you're American, in almost every other country, in any other language, the words for them translate to either God's little cows, or in Welsh, it's a boy. It's buchgota. It's little red cow in Welsh, and in Irish, I think it's God's cows. So that's a bit weird, isn't it? That's a bit weird that ladybirds and ladybugs everywhere else are cows. I'm sure they're very nice, but they're cows. Cows with spots on them. Quite a lot on them. Anyway, that I think is where we shall end it, with the ladybirds and stuff. So yes, daily weirdness. Daily weirdness everywhere is weirder than before. What's today? Tomorrow will be much more sensible. No, it's not. Of course it's not. It'll all come back to the beginning and to the end, and the weird and the wild and the wild and the woo. Yeah, anyway, I'll see you next week. I think that's now that I've got all the calluses and the blisters on my fingers that I should go and have a rest and put some plasters on them. So yes, shiny warm. Hi Elise, at least to warm up. Yes, it will possibly be warmer unless it isn't. Stay warm everyone else. Also everyone have a very good week, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.